This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Do another one here. Lots of folks came around to the same question I had about the whole Bing cheeseburger, but I guess they haven't heard that episode yet. Here's a fun one. Primetime wants to know, who are the people putting together matches at AEW? Have you ever helped as one of the quote unquote coaches or agents? I think there is a misconception out there about that, and I want you to sort of clear that up.
No, sir, I have not. It's Billy Gunn. It's all I know him of is DJ. Dustin Rhodes is heavily involved in the structuring of matches and the booking of matches. Jerry Lynn is another one of the coaches. I think probably Chris Daniels does a lot of that because he's such a veteran. He's been around a long, long time. Those are the guys, and I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but I think besides, oh my God, Billy Gunn, of course, Billy Gunn, right at the top of the list. Those are the guys that do a lot of the hands-on nuts and bolts organization and coaching guys up. And I know Dustin is a big proponent of the women's division, and he really helps out quite a bit. And Billy Gunn, of course, a lot of guys are going to come ask him his opinion because he's been there, done that, been a huge part of the business. And Jerry Lynn is just a very knowledgeable guy that's just a quality human being. I mean, he really is. QT Marshall has a lot to do with like the office organizational stuff. And then I think it all plays into being guys with experience, and they're helping the AEW machine go down and function on a, just an even kilter. All I am, make no mistake, folks, is Cody Rhodes' coach. I have nothing to do with anything else, and that's the way I want it, and that's the way he wants it, and I think that's the way Tony Khan wants it right now. I mean, I've done that, been there for a long, long time, and I just want to rely on my ability to add what I add to the show and let that be the extent of my responsibilities. And that's what, being talent would have been my first choice for my entire career. It just so happened that I was lucky enough to have some ability as far as coaching and helping guys and organizational skills and, the nuts and bolts of the business, I have a pretty good grasp on. But if it would have been up to me, I would have wrestled my whole career, and then I would have retired, and that would be all we talked about on this podcast. But right now I've enjoyed just going back and just being talent, and that's it.
Shane Hill wants to know, any thoughts or stories about the career or real person, Shane Douglas?
Shane had a good career. He's still around. He does some things. Thank God he had an education and a teaching degree to fall back on. Like I said many times, none of us know what tomorrow is. And, there was a long drought to where there weren't any jobs in this industry. It's since opened back up, and, we're all praying that once we're able to go to live events, it'll open up even more. But, Shane was a good performer. He looked good. His thought process, he was always, pretty clear headed every time I had a conversation with him, and he knew where he wanted to go in the business, but he had a lot of success with ECW. And, I've always found, Shane to be a pretty intelligent guy, and I've always gotten along with him and respect what he's done in the business.
Yeah. Well-spoken, articulate. I find him to be introspective and entertaining as well. WrestleManiac wants to know, what is it like to produce a Brock Lesnar match during his time back with the company? was there a specific mandate on how his matches were to be produced?
Well, I worked with Brock a lot when he first got pulled up, and he was trying to figure out who he was. And when you have unlimited ability like he does and aptitude for this business, I could sit back and just picture stuff for him to do to guys, vicious stuff and aggressive stuff, and utilizing his strength and athletic ability. Now, as he got more in control of his character and got more confident in his work and all those things, and as he developed the relationship that he had with the company, and he was pretty much captain of his own ship, he came up with whatever he wanted to do that day. He came up with it. He had sole custody of that character, and but I did get to help him out in his infancy, and I helped teach him the business.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.